right then, Freaky Friday. It's actually Halloween, so there's gonna be a lot of freaks running around out there. Halloween is a pagan, satanic holiday. I will never participate in it. There will not be any vestiges of Halloween in or around me. Autumn stuff? Autumn decorations? Oh yeah. Got the autumn tree out on the pavilion out there. Pumpkins. Yeah. But not jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins. Things that symbolize fall, autumn. But you will not see a ghost, you will not see a witch, you will not see a goblin, any kind of demonic idols on my property. Anyway, Scrunchy's feeling better. She's going to work today. She took the last 2 days off, but she had to take them without pay because she doesn't have any vacation left. So that kind of sucked for her. But she's going in today. So it obviously wasn't COVID. Dr. Kenny's not right. Yeah. So that means she'll be up here this weekend. Sweet. Miss her. I miss the boot knocking too, but I'm gonna stick to my convictions on that. Try to. Today is a big day. The engagement ring is at the store. Yep. Yep. It's already paid for. All I gotta do is pick it up. Today, I'm going on my route. I'm going down to South Central. I can pick it up. I will do so. Scrunch said she was going to go get it, but I don't trust her to not open the box and take a look. It's nothing gaudy, nothing flashy. It's not obnoxiously in your face. She didn't like that kind of stuff, I guess. So it's pretty subtle. It's a band of rose gold with her birthstone and my birthstone in the shape of a heart, carved in the shape of a heart, and then a few little diamonds sprinkled around it for garnishment. So, there's that. I'll pick that up today. I'm trying to figure out a way to get Mia's air conditioner. I'll be pretty close to the trailer. So I'm thinking about how am I going to get the air conditioner down to the trailer. One of the projects Rob and I could work on, I was scrambling trying to think of a project. One of the projects we could work on is building the fish crib. Yeah, the fish habitation for out on the lake, out of that old skipper tub. Yep. I wasn't able to accumulate any more artificial Christmas trees. I have one, but I haven't found any more. So I've got a couple of artificial ficus trees that have seen better days, and I'm going to put those in the tub. Those stick up pretty high. They're about 6 foot tall, so that'll work. One of them is sitting down at the trailer on the deck. So if I could figure out a way to get Mia's air conditioner down to her, down to the trailer, I will I'll grab that off the deck and bring it home, and that way I can put that in the fish crib as well and send it to the bottom of the lake. Yep. Why are they sending me down to Central? I have 4 calls today. I got a big day today. I got 4 calls. One of them is in Iron River, Michigan. And then the last call of the day, they're running me all the way down to South Central to look at a GE washing machine that has been visited multiple times by DTR and the self-proclaimed best tech in the company, who threw parts at it. Of course. Yeah. Still not behaving properly. So they send the closer from way up here in the Arctic tundra all the way down there to fix it, finally. Yep. Remember, Ken, pride goeth before a fall. Gotta stay humble. But I don't have any other calls down in that area. I'm sure I got other calls up here I could do in my area. Why am I running all the way down there? And then I look at the history on the call. Self-proclaimed best tech in the company was there. Diagnosed it. Ordered a bunch of parts. Made it a 2-man call, putting in a transmission on this thing, which you can do from the underside with one guy. Computer boards. Yep. So I got to listen to the customer complaint. Yep. Probably a customer instruction. And it was all along. There's not something automatically wrong with your appliance just because you think there is. Yeah. Do you have 16 years like I do as a doctor diagnosing your appliances? No. I'm the expert, supposedly. I do fail sometimes. Yeah. It's frustrating. Because usually everything I touch turns to gold, but sometimes it turns to charcoal. Anyway, I'm being sent down there as the closer to put out a brush fire. Well, since I'm down there, I'm going to pick up the engagement ring. I'm going to try to figure out how to get Mia's air conditioner down to my trailer, because I'm not going there this weekend. Rob's going to be here. I'll be participating in a humanitarian mission. You want to know what's funny? Scrunch, well, it's not funny. It's interesting, and it's it's kind of positive. It's uplifting it a little bit. Scrunch is talking about, oh, so you're not going to church Sunday because Rob doesn't want to go, and I said, yep, I'm going to stay here with Rob. She's going to go to church by herself. A non-white lighter, a non-born again heathen. I say that tongue in cheek. Is going to literally go to church by herself. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. People that are pretending to do what you like to do, making it look like they're sociopaths. They're putting on a show, so they will do what you want to do. When you're not doing what you want to do, they won't do it either. Shining example is the diva succubus mongoose, gold digger, master liar, druggie, alcoholic, little minion of Satan. She was being a sociopath in the beginning, and I like to fish, I like to camp, I like to mushroom hunt, blah, blah, blah. She hasn't done any of that since she dumped me. Yep. Not once. Behaviors speak louder than words. So here we got Scrunchy. Sunday is literally going to go to church by herself. That's impressive. I'm not going to lie. Yep. Not going to lie. That speaks volumes. Love it. All right, the Rob and Kate front. Nothing new to report. They are speaking amicably, but it's Rob doing most of the speaking, like usual. Runs his mouth. I guess I just don't have any more comments on it. We talked, of course, multiple times last night, and I kept hitting him with fact and reality. I told him, I said, you've learned a lot of things about Kate that up until about a month and a half ago you didn't know. You didn't know she was a liar. She led you to believe she was honest and a good woman and truthful. And then you found out she lied to you when she told you that her and I had never knocked boots. She couldn't be with me because I was married and I was a smoker. So that was a lie that she told him. You found out that another lie where she told you that materialistic possessions don't mean anything to her. She used to be a broke loser living on $200 a month, and all of her possessions came from thrift stores, which is why she now has a problem. She still goes to the thrift stores and turning into a pack rat. That's what you were led to believe. And now you found out that material possessions are important to her. She actually had a mental checklist in her mind of things she wanted to get, she wanted to achieve. And one of those was a motorcycle, and one of those was a nice house, and one of those was a newer, reliable car. Plus, there's probably other things. Oh, the camper, an RV, so she could go out west to see her dad. And not do it all in one day trip. She used Rob to get those items. And now she has literally chosen a materialistic possession over her marriage. To the guy that helped her get all that stuff. No respect. I said, dude, I don't think she even ever loved you or liked you. I don't know. That's purely AST. But I think she just tolerated him. And used him to get what she wanted. And now that she has what she wants, he's boring, he's irritating, she has no more use for him, and she's the one that says she's going to divorce him because she can't trust him in the future based on his little temper tantrum that he won't leave her in the future. So she's going to leave him now instead. Rob's been doing a lot of thinking. You know, he's on the road. He's by himself. He's sitting in that truck overnight. He sleeps in the truck, right? He's got a sleeper cab on it. So that's his apartment, his rolling apartment. He's got a lot of time to think. Yeah. He's concerned, based on information that he got from me about how and who Kate really is, that she might be lining up her next situationship in the form of one of his former best friends who has been toxified, has been talking to Kate. Here's another oxymoron coming up. Been talking to Kate behind Rob's back and has drank the Kool-Aid from Kate and now is has Rob blocked. Yep. But Kate, the oxymoron and the lie is Kate always says, if it's not your business, I'm not going to talk about it. If it doesn't pertain to you and I or us, you don't need to know. That's her philosophy. But here she is, spilling her guts to this guy who has drank her Kool-Aid, believed her over his buddy Rob, a good friend, a good biker friend, and has ostracized and executed Rob. Now we're trying to figure out why. This guy's a raging, cheating pervert. He wants to get his hands up Kate's sweater because she's got a nice rack. So one of the player moves out there in the world of men who are players is to be sympathetic and take the side of the victim that you want to knock boots with. Yep. Because a woman senses security in that. If the guy she's going to knock boots with agrees with her, is sympathetic to her plight, offers words of encouragement and compassion, playing on her team, she's more willing to surrender herself to him in gratitude by spreading her legs. Thank you for believing in me. Pound me like chopped meat. So Rob's concerned that that's what's going on behind the scenes. So I told him, I said, get yourself a trail cam, hide it in the bushes, and roll tape all week long and find out who's coming and going and at what times. Yep, that'll be your answer. Yep. So, he's going to do that because it's bothering him. Out of the left side of his face, he says, oh, I don't care. She can bang whoever she wants. I don't care. I'm like, dude, shut up. It's going to rip you up if that happens. Now, I don't think Kate will bang the new guy until after she's divorced from Rob. But, yeah, I don't think so. But the fact of the matter is, she was banging me for a couple of years while I was married, and she knew I was married. We knocked boots every time we got together. Yeah. Not always instigated by me. Yep. Yep. There was one time I hung out with her. Took her out on a dinner date to a bar that had a pool table, and we had dinner. We shot pool, and then as we were driving out, I was going to take her back home and go home, and she said, she goes, "Our secret road is right down there, off to the left." What does that mean? Bend me over the tailgate of your truck and hammer me like chop meat. So she was insinuating, let's go knock boots, right? Rob didn't know any of this. Now he does. He never would have known any of this if he and I had not become friends. This is why I so wish I could become friends with my exes and hear their side of the story. Because if you're only getting one side of the story, it's biased, you know. That person, especially if they're a narcissistic sociopath or a fatalist, is going to spin it their way. And you've got no choice but to drink their Kool-Aid or doubt it, you know. So, yeah. So Rob's got a lot of information about Kate that he didn't know before. Yet the right side of his brain still wants to save his marriage and be with her because he thinks he's in love with her. Now, I've been there. I can't mock that because I've been there. Yep. That's a bad situation. Oh, my alarm's going to go off here, so that's about all I got. I'm just rambling, so I'll talk to you soon.